My two guests today play video games online with underage kids.
Underage kids.
They're also comedians. I'm excited to welcome Jamal Banyon and Chase Murphy. Thanks for coming on, guys.
Thanks for having us.
That introduction is bullshit.
I mean, isn't underage kids redundant, right?
That it? Well, yeah, it is actually. Hold on a second.
These kids are underage. Yeah, I know they're kids.
Dude, I feel like shit right now. How do you guys feel? I know that's not the right thing a podcast host is supposed to say.
How do you guys feel?
I'm in pajamas still. I'm not getting out of them until I have to today.
Yeah, I'm super tired. I was up playing video games last night, so.
Hell yeah.
I traveled fucking 15 hours from Cabo. Like,
oh yeah, you were in Cabo.
Yeah.
That's what the. I don't want to you don't deserve any sympathy. Like, you were in Cabo.
Yeah,
it was exhausting.
I was partying so
Sitting
much.
in the sun was so hard.
It was so warm. It was so warm.
Who'd you go with?
My family. So.
Okay. Was it fun though, or?
Yeah, but it's like, if I had to go do it again, I would do it with like friends and shit. Just cause.
Yeah, I think everyone would.
I think that's every family.
You go to fucking Cabo with your parents. How old are you?
I'm fucking 26, and then I have like siblings, but we're all completely different. So like my idea for going out for fun is not what theirs is whatsoever.
What is theirs?
Like just maybe going to like just a casual bar and just sitting there drinking a beer. Whereas like if I'm going to Cabo and shit, I want to like go shake ass somewhere.
Trying to go hard.
Yes, yes, I want to do something insane, and then I just want to fucking.
And they just want to go to a bar and talk to each other.
Exactly.
It's like we can just go back to the hotel.
That's what I'm saying.
Did you end up breaking off on your own?
No, because we're at a resort, so like the closest the town was like 30 minutes away.
Was it all inclusive?
Yeah.
Fuck those places, dude. They water down everything.
I thought until I found out on Thursday, sometimes they don't.
Oh, really?
I had an exorcism, bro. Yeah, because I had like 8 margaritas throughout the day, not realizing that they're actually pouring them.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So then I just threw everything up that whole night and just was done.
Yeah, those all-inclusive places, and my dad thought I was an alcoholic. And he was like, why are you getting alcohol at breakfast? I'm like, because we can't. I'm like, live a little.
Great.
We can't.
A little, man. What are you talking?
God damn.
If I couldn't do this, I wouldn't. You know.
Oh, have you been to an inclusive resort?
Yeah, no, the last one I went to, I was like 18, and my buddy, he fucking went, and he was just on a mission, right? Like, he was like, I'm drinking. He was away from his girlfriend, like, he's like, the whole week I'm drinking. I'm like, dude, settle down.
Yeah.
Like, it's not, like, this doesn't need to be a goal or whatever. And the first night, I don't know what happened. We got there, jet lag or something. My mom got hammered, and she fucking took a header, like, in her room. And like I was like, what were you doing? And we found her at the bar just drinking. And my mom doesn't really drink. I think she was just like felt out of place or whatever. Yeah. She's fucking sitting in a bar drinking alone. I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now?
That's wild.
I was like the most sober one that week.
My parents go like every year, so like they do it with their friends at separate time. And one of the times they went, my stepdad pissed in the corner of their hotel room because he was so drunk he thought he was in the bathroom.
Wow.
Like, they go crazy.
My brother did that in his ex-girlfriend's suitcase once in Hawaii.
Wait,
she basically
how many days in?
Wait, his girlfriend at the time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like,
No,
he's
he
pissing
brought
his
her.
ex-girlfriend.
Yeah,
I was like,
He
dude,
brought all her clothes.
you bitch.
Dude, it was rough. Like, she woke up to just the sound of him pissing, and he thought he was in the bathroom.
Bro, what? How many days in was that though?
It was probably like halfway. I don't know if it was like all her stuff was in there, but man, I knew it wasn't good because at one point I saw him out on the balcony just with a bottle of wine by himself. I'm like, that's a weird thing to be carrying around. Like, I don't even think he had a glass.
He went full wino.
That's fucking. I would be so mad because then what do you do after that?
You make him buy you new clothes, I think.
Yeah, she take her shopping. So only
Yeah, she got
choice.
something out of it, I'm sure.
That's fun. I would be so. I'm stabbing somebody. Like, that's,
Bank account took
I've
a
never
hit.
been that drunk either, to where I like haven't been able to find the bathroom.
Oh, man.
any of
Yeah, I
that.
mean, when I get drunk, I just go to sleep. I get real like, I could just go to sleep right now. Even I can't leave the party, I'll sleep on the couch. I'll just pass out on the couch, right on my face. I don't care.
It's like a cheat code.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Just go to sleep.
That's why I've never done that.
All right, so you guys both play video games with kids a lot. and-
Yes.
Yes.
No, I don't know. I was trying to think of like a fucking, done a lot of these episodes, and I loved old school video games. Like they were my shit. And you guys both play quite a bit now. And I want to talk about just like gaming, online gaming, like how you got into playing video games. And then we're going to go through like the history of consoles and rate which ones were good and which ones sucked. So like what age did you start gaming? Go for it, Jamal.
I guess I was.
This is Jamal, by the way, and this
Yeah.
is Chase. I didn't fucking
I
for
went.
people watching on YouTube and liking, sharing, and subscribing.
Yes, I am Jamal. And I think I was in the second grade. What is that? 7. My parents bought a 64, and like I didn't even ask for it. Like I think my brother, he's older, so he was asking for it. I guess.
Wait, how old are you?
Me now or
Yeah.
30?
Okay, so
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
God damn.
dude, I thought he was like 24.
I look
saying.
good, bro. I look good, yo.
You were in Texas, right?
Yeah,
Okay, Dallas or
Dallas. Yeah,
all right. So 64. That was
98, 97.
yeah. Let me look at
One
this
of
shit.
them. I got a 64 and a Game Boy within like a year of each other. And all thanks to my brother. He was 2 years older than me, and he was asking for it. And I didn't even know what a video game. I didn't know you could have video games at your house. You know, like
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was like at CC's. There's video games and nowhere else. You know, you know what I mean. And I was like, I'm okay with that.
And they
And
had
then
that shit
brought
like
it
the
home.
arcades in the malls and stuff.
Yeah, back
Like
in the
they-
day. Yeah,
You actually like went and played them. and
there was a Lowe's that my dad used to go to that had an arcade thing in the front, and it was so cool because dads like to go to Lowe's or Home Depot and be there for 10 hours when you're a kid. So I was like, when they put that arcade in, I was like, let's go to Lowe's. You need some nails? You need some hammers? Go in the house breaking shit. Yeah, you got to fix this. We got to go to Lowe's.
I fucking hated those trips. My dad loves Home Depot. Like, I
I
don't think
used to die every
these
time.
fucking guys that get married and start having kids and like the high point of their week is like going into these
Just looking at
home
wood.
improvement stores.
Like, I can tell you every time my dad took us to a Home Depot or Lowe's and then just didn't buy anything. He was just
just
there.
perusing. Yeah.
I guess it was before the internet and
It's like the
cable
man's
TV
version
and
of
stuff.
Target.
Yeah, exactly. He was window shopping up.
I'm allergic to sawdust too. So you go into those fucking places and I just would like my throat would close. I have all these horrible memories. You've never heard
Allergic to sawdust?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's a
like
good-
grass and shit.
I like that. I like that idea. I'm gonna start using that when I don't.
Grass, but
Yeah.
Sawdust?
No, I didn't know until I fucking started having like difficulty breathing. and
Yo, I'm
stuff.
gonna start using that when like a bunch of men are like working on something. They're like, "Help out!" I'd be like, "Oh, I'm allergic to sawdust." I was like,
You're gonna get hit with a hammer.
Here quick.
I would love to help out.
I'll just take
I
off
can't
our
help
hard
build the
hats
deck,
and just-
guys. I have to. I'm allergic to sawdust.
So you got the 64. What game did you get?
Wave Racer.
Oh, I remember that shit.
That was my first game.
Yeah. It was
Just like on a jet ski.
was it like open world in that game
No
where you just
way.
like
it was just
racing?
it was just like you sign up for the race and you race the computer, race each other, or do the time trials.
Yeah.
And I think that was it.
And do you remember how you played like from the sense like
I remember not knowing how to hold the 64 controller. When I first got, I was like, "What am I supposed to do?"
it's like an alien, yeah. But did you have like a shitty TV or
Oh yeah, I had I guess a small TV with the back on it. I had one of those, and then hooking up figuring out what aux was or whatever. When you're like 6, it was like, oh my, it was impossible. Like there's like 3 chords. You're like, I don't know where any of them go. Just
Exactly.
plugging it in and shit until it works.
But were you, at least later on, we would have like these kind of online like LAN parties or whatever. But I was thinking back to like, I don't remember playing 64 or or any of those older consoles like all night long. Like there was kind of like a burnout where you would play the game for like an hour and then you fucking get sick of it. Was that?
No, I was a huge gamer. I kept just push through it. You got to power through. You got to power through that little law and come back. Then again, Wave Racer, I wasn't playing that all day. I was like, we got Super Smash Bros. Or Madden and stuff like that.
The stuff that was more like competitive or...
Especially Super Smash Bros. Because it could be super quick or super long, and then you could suck and be great, and this sucky person could still beat the great guy.
Fucking Bond was the game where Bond. That was like you had the 4 squares in there.
I feel like the competitive games against your friends is where like you can play for hours because just playing one by yourself where the result is the same is like okay.
But you didn't have anything to go do too. Like that was what you did. You went over to like so-and-so's house and fucking just sleeping bags and like stayed at like 6 a.m. drinking like fucking Mountain Dew or whatever.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
What about you though? You're a little bit younger, so
I think my start console was PlayStation, like the original.
The first one.
Mm-hmm. So like,
that one was solid.
I just played like Spyro and shit because I was like, I think 6 or 7.
Did it only have 2 controller ports?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And then you had to buy like an extension thing where you could put in more.
Oh, fuck
that was like a separate. Or was that PS2?
And for memory cards too.
Like the memory card situation used to be a problem.
How much size was on one of those cards?
It was like 8 gig. It might be
that
big.
There's no fucking
It was
way.
8 something.
It was like
8 or 16
megabytes.
Yeah, I was like, it was like 8 megabytes. It was not even a gig.
I'm stupid.
When the first computer I got, like desktop computer, I think it had like 16 gigabytes on it. And it was massive.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Like, it was the first like computer I had to myself, and it was like, whoa, like this is the most
too much power.
the rate that fucking data has grown is like exponential. It's crazy.
Yeah, it keeps growing.
Yeah, I feel like we all get angry at like the sizes now because like I have an Xbox, and I'd be like, I only get 500 gigs of memory, but then like one game takes up.
Yeah, one game is like 50 gigs.
Whereas you can
like
save your whole fucking life on 8 megabytes on a fucking card.
You can save your whole life on your phone now. It's crazy.
I mean, my dad's probably happy that the gigs got better as I got older because we were like trying to like when we had Madden, you try to have a franchise saved, right? And I take up a whole memory card. And then like so you get a memory card, like Dad, I need a memory card. And he's like, here you go. Here's the money. And he's like, I'm a great dad. You're like,
I forgot that. Yeah,
and then as soon as you fill it up, like a week later, you're like, I need another. Yeah, it was like 30, 40.
It was fucking, yeah.
And that's before I knew how much money was. You know what I mean? What it meant. I was just like, swipe the card, man.
So PlayStation had the little ones, and then N64 had the like, everything was cartridges with N64.
It was like,
Nintendo.
Yeah, it was like, I think you put it in the controller. I don't even think you put it
in the back of it.
Yeah,
and
that the Rumble
PlayStation had it in the console.
Yeah,
and PS2. That was the big thing with. I remember reading about this once. The reason why Nintendo fell behind everybody else was because like PlayStation and pretty much everybody else went the route of discs.
Yeah,
laser discs
first. Yeah,
and Nintendo was like all about these cartridges and like they even with the fucking GameCube. They had. Do you remember the tiny?
Yeah, I was thinking about. I was
little,
like the little.
It was like
when they
disc.
went disc.
Practical.
It was like this ridiculously small disc.
Everything about Nintendo was stupid. Like they were.
Meanwhile,
would not buckle
was it
on it.
PlayStation 2 and Xbox? The original Xbox were like, yo, you could put your CD in here. You could put a DVD in here. GameCube was like, don't put that giant disc up in here.
Yeah, that shit was weird because it was like a disc but in plastic casing.
Mm-hmm.
So why not?
It didn't work. Like it didn't even work at the rental stores and shit. Like they had to come with new boxes and stuff.
Yeah, no wonder
GameCubes would break all the
fucking
time.
ass.
So back to what you were saying though about PS1. You played Spyro. Like
just
were
like
there
kids games because I wasn't old enough to really know what was out there. Like I just played whatever my parents bought, pretty much.
Yeah, but was it? I don't remember PlayStation being that type of like the LAN party type sessions where you were.
No.
There were some sick games on PlayStation though, like Extreme 2. Did you ever play that? Or Road Rash?
I don't think I played either of those.
Dude, they were those. You're like going that continuously forward thing where you're like racing people and just beat the shit out of like it was PlayStation had like a Crash Bandicoot, right?
Yeah.
And they had a lot of just different. It wasn't fully 3D like N64 was.
I think some of it, at least to my memory, was because I remember playing like the original Tony Hawk on there and shit. So they did have like 3D type stuff. It just was basic. That was my fucking game for a while.
That might have been the best game for like a 5-year period. That first Tony Hawk, like every song on that fucking soundtrack.
Banger. I still listen to some of them.
Are they good songs though, or is it because we had to listen to the same?
We had to listen to it.
It was fucking ridiculous.
That made me have appreciation for my white friends' music.
You getting emotional thinking about it right now?
Yeah, I got that game from like they handed out as a demo with like a Pizza Hut pizza. Like the delivery man came and delivered a demo that was like part Tony Hawk and then part something else.
Part Pizza Hut game.
Yeah, and so
like the trial.
Yeah, so you just got to play like the first level and like do like a minute session.
The first level was in the
warehouse.
That classic stage.
It was so good where you could jump through the glass.
Go collect skate and stuff. And like,
dude, that was ridiculous.
My favorite thing about Tony Hawk, so when you're like playing a friend and then the match ends, you could just do like a manual and like keep
keep the match going.
And just keep so me and my brother just be doing manuals, just like looking at each other like, I'm gonna win this one.
And then when you do it, it'd make like that whenever you'd switch stances, so you'd be like handstand fucking.
There's no fucking logic to the math too.
Oh, and like that game was
the multipliers. Nobody knows what the actual
you just like, gotta keep going.
Scoring is.
So ridiculous. Did you fuck with like Blockbuster in Hollywood, or was that?
Oh yeah.
Okay, and you did too.
I fucks with Blockbuster back in the day.
Yeah. Did you have a preference over which one?
Blockbuster. It was the one by me. So
okay,
I went to both.
Yeah, I think I went to both too.
I didn't go to Hollywood Video till I was like 12 when it was like failing. You know, I was like, what is this?
They
place?
weren't as common, I don't think.
I don't know. I had both in Olympia, and then there was also like a separate like small business called like Game Bros or something. So I would go there a lot because I was close to my house.
Yeah, the Game Bros was like you bought the actual games there.
I think, and you could also rent them as well.
Could you trade
I remember
in and out there? Could you trade in and out there?
There's always been these weird fucking everything about the gaming, the sales of games. Like you buy a game for $50, and then if you try and like sell it back, it's worth like 7
It's like
cents.
a car when you drive it off the lot.
Yeah, it's just like that.
Dude. It's the same shit too.
Yeah, man. Especially like me and my friends, we used to we'll get Madden, like one of the sport games. So it's the same game every year for the most part.
Yeah.
And then like we know in our head we had to resell it before like spring because that's when the new one starts about to come out. You're like, no, you got to sell it in February, so you get an extra $10.
Shit, just
if you sell it in June, you're gonna get $5 for it, man. You got to sell it.
God, I remember I played Madden 99 on the computer. Like when I don't know why with the key. I think it was with the keyboard, and there was this juke move where like Robert Smith was on the Vikings, and he could do this juke move where you would miss everybody. It said like on those old games when you weren't playing against anybody, you'd play the computer and win like 127 to nothing.
Yeah,
and it was just how many Hail Marys you can throw.
Yeah, those games have like. Every one of them seems to have like one flaw where it's just completely overpowered over everything else. Oh, yeah. But they can't update the game, so you just got to run with it.
Like 2004 Michael Vick and Madden, God. Yeah. Is God. He's got Brett Favre's arm and then like Tom Brady's accuracy and then like a wide receiver's legs.
Well, there's nothing you can do about it either.
So rad.
I remember people running all the way back. And then you're like, your whole team is coming. You're just diving. You're just hitting square, diving at people. And Michael Vick's like, nope, no.
Doesn't matter.
It was unreal.
He was on the cover of everything.
Yeah, so he was on the cover that year.
Back to the Hollywood and Blockbuster thing, though. Did you, like, what was your deal going there? Did you, like, you said your dad threw you
games,
cash, like, but did you have to pick between, like, a game or a movie?
Yeah, it was always game.
Yeah.
Once I got a game, because my dad watch the game with me, so I can be by myself and play the game.
Yeah.
Or be with my brother. If I got a movie, my dad wants to watch it with me, and then he's like giving me lessons during like
No, bro.
Empire's New Groove, and I'm like, could you shut up? Like I'm trying to watch Cusco. You know, I'm not trying to learn a lesson. Could you please?
We got the same dad.
Yeah, my dad's
So funny.
very talking a lot.
That's great. I don't think either of my parents ever wanted to fuck with what we were doing. Like,
Yeah, no.
it was to get us like
Yeah,
distracted.
yeah. Same with me. Like they'd get a movie, and that's the reason we go. Is like they'd get a movie, and then I would get my game, and then we just separate.
Put
so
you
I
in
get
the
to-
corner.
As soon as they
Yeah,
give you the game, you're like, nice to meet you, and bye. See you.
that
See you tomorrow.
Dude, that shit was gambling, because you never knew. Like my older brother, he always got a movie.
Yeah.
And I never understood it, and like it, because it was, the burn was like 2 hours and then you're done. But
Yeah.
he loves movies. He's always loved movies. But when you got a game, like you're getting sold only on the cover. They didn't even have the back,
that's the thing.
back on it.
Before
so you
the
didn't
internet,
know.
you had no
Well,
clue.
wait, no, Hollywood, or not Hollywood Video.
they
Blockbuster
have
used to
a-
have
like-
the original cover in front and then the rented game behind it in the Blockbuster cover. At least
Okay.
where I was.
Yeah,
So I
we
get to
had
look
that
at the
too.
cover of the original game and then the rental.
But even just
portion was
looking
in
at a cover in 1998, like you don't know. What
You
this
just
game-
only get to go
especially
based off the
when
cover.
like PS2 came out, and then they had like the Final Fantasy games, and you would see that cutscene, and you'd be like, "Dang, this game is lit." Then you go get the game, you're like, "What is all these menus?" What the- well, there's a lot of reading in this game. I thought I had a big sword or something.
Am I at school?
Yeah, it's like what? What is this?
God damn it. That's funny, dude. Yeah, I was I'm gonna pull these down just a little bit. I just remember there was so much anxiety about what you were picking, because if it sucked, you knew the game sucked within like 2 minutes. Did you
Yeah.
ever get like one that was just completely trash?
I would say there was like a Banjo Kazooie game, not like the ones on 64, but there was one on Xbox 360 or something. It's like the last game I've ever rented, and I rented it, and it was because I love Banjo from back in the day, and then I rented this game, and like within 30 minutes, I was like, this game is complete and utter trash. I was like, why did they do this? I don't
No, I
understand.
played it safe. Like I just would just pick games that I knew that I liked. So like every time a Tony Hawk would come out, I'd rent that. Every time Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, something that I have played before, then I would just gravitate towards those rather than just go like.
Do you do the same
completely new.
shit at fucking restaurants too? Like you
Yeah, I'm
like Applebee's, you go for the
Yes.
fucking chicken tenders
Bro,
because you know.
You know exactly
Yes.
what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I realized like one day, like because I'm 26 now, I realized if I go to Taco Bell, I haven't had anything besides a taco, a chicken quesadilla, or a cheesy bean burrito in my entire life. I've never had a crunch wrap, none of that. I'm like just a
You
simple
know-
piece of shit.
Yeah, well, it's you just don't want to be disappointed.
Yes, exactly. Because I don't want to just get that and be
Not
like,
taking a
oh.
risk. I take the risk sometimes, but mainly at Taco Bell, order number 6, and that's about it. Baja Blast. No
Yeah, I
ice.
just-
You know,
you just
same
gotta
order
stick
since I
to
was
what
like,
you like.
yeah, big
No,
cup.
dude, I did that. I think it's funny you guys said that, because I would have figured. I mean, you guys both stayed in the same place, right?
Yeah, I didn't move around.
Like I moved all the time, so like those little things were like this control thing. I'd be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I can't control
is all
where
I
I
have.
am, but I can control the 6-piece McNugget meal.
I gotta make new friends again.
Doesn't
but-
matter where I go, McDonald's always has the 6-piece McNuggets.
I just hated
Comfort
change,
food.
man.
This is my comfort food.
Yeah, the same thing applied with like being at Blockbuster. I remember you only had like 10 minutes in there.
Yeah,
And like it was your dad, you fucking walked
Parents like-
through. He walked through. My brother went to the movie section. I went to the game section. I swear to God, my dad just got in line because there were like 10 parents in line. And by the time he fucking got to the counter,
grab
Because your
it.
parents like already know what they want when they go in, so they're just going for a particular movie, and then you just got to try and like look
Yeah.
at all the games. You're like,
They're in there, and they're like Titanic, and they're like here.
Yeah,
and you're
exactly.
like,
he didn't even get anything. A lot of times he'd just be in the car and be like, "Let me know when." I don't know. I'm fucking. I think they were doing something when we were playing these games. You know, like that was
having
the.
sex?
no,
Yeah,
Having
it's like
sex? Yeah,
that
it's-
makes in hindsight. There were 3 of us. It was easy. You know, you just fucking give the 3 kids this, and the night is
sad.
taken care of. But
That's what I used to tell my parents when my parents would get a babysitter when we were real little, but we had a video game system. I was like, we do not need a babysitter. Especially when my parents are gone for like 3-4 hours. I'm like, we don't need a babysitter.
Yeah,
and they're like,
dinner. Like,
why? Because I'm never going to leave the game room. And then I kept saying that. Me and Marvin kept saying that. And then finally they asked like one of our babysitters. They were like, what do they even do? And she literally said, I remember hearing it. I haven't even seen them. I saw them upstairs and I came down here, got on the phone, and they've been up there the entire time, quiet.
Dude,
have no clue.
The best was when they stopped getting the babysitter.
Yeah.
And then they took they had the $20 for like pizza or whatever. But then you had to start you're like, okay, I can't get breadsticks because that's more. Do we throw down or whatever?
Do we buy a game or do we get food? And it's like, game. We'll make her cook food when she gets back.
And it was always before anybody had a license. So it was like you didn't have really options. It was just whatever delivered. But so let's fast forward a little bit. What are you guys playing now? Like it's a completely different landscape. Like what?
Now I'm playing 2K, NBA 2K. Then I'm also playing Fortnite, and Halo just got back, which is cool because it's like a lot of my friends from college who I haven't seen or heard from are like slowly logging into Halo, checking it out, at least checking it out. And I'm like, yo, you want to like play for a little?
Yeah. Wait, which
Halo Infinite? Yeah.
It's out?
So you have the dude on here that leaks the shit. You don't even know it's out
I
yet.
thought it was coming out in December 9th.
Okay, so the multiplayer beta came out, but the multiplayer is free this time around.
Okay.
And then the campaign, if you want to pay $60 for Master Chief.
I never play the campaign.
Yeah, like
anyway.
who cares? Like,
we timed that wrong.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I don't know, I just want to cuss children out online. I don't care about the campaign, the story.
Well, I think that's the only thing he's in, though.
Is the campaign.
Yeah. So Verlin.
Oh, so
Roberts,
he might be right in what he predicted with that. I didn't even know that the multiplayer was coming out yet. Like, I think they just dropped it randomly, right?
Yeah, just dropped it.
Yeah, he said late November, but I guess it's the campaign that he's talking about. God damn it.
I mean, it
came out this
We're
week.
still going to talk about it because
late.
the shit that happened was like, it was ridiculous. I had no idea what was going on.
That's fucking
And I wake
wild.
up the next morning and it's all headlines. So this will make sense for anyone watching or listening. Check out the next episode with Verlin. We're going to talk about. It's a heavy fucking gamer week. But so you playing Halo, all that shit. What about you, Chase?
Yeah, I primarily stick to like first person shooters. I used to play 2K and stuff, but then I got mad because it's not like real basketball.
Yeah, it's
like
2K.
your character doesn't. You don't rotate. Like just you let them drive down the middle. This is a fucking. I'll hang that
Just
up.
getting angry right now.
Yeah.
Well, you talking about
Okay,
like,
I'll save that for the segment with the angriest we ever got.
Yeah.
But, primarily I just played.
You're fucking getting
wait.
I'm remembering.
Are you talking about your my player or are you talking about just players in general?
Just
in
everything.
general? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, if you're talking about your my player, it's because when you first start, you're like, it's so weird when they do 2K because they do the story mode, which is pretty much what I do. And then in that mode, you like play through college, and if you keep it on pro or very good at the game, you can like win the college thing, right? And then you get drafted high. And then your rating is like 60. And you're like, wait, what? I just won all of college. How am I not
All
better?
Of
And it's weird because you'll be like, you're picked to like the archetype of like a 3-point shooter. And then your 3-point rating is like 50 and you have to get it up.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, how would I make this team if my 3-point rating is already at 50? It should be at 90 because if I'm a 3-pointer, make me run to get the speed or some shit.
Yeah.
But if I shoot threes, it should be up already.
The skill
Like,
you're supposed to have, you don't
like,
have.
you don't get that much better. If you can shoot threes, you can. If you can, you know, it's such a weird thing. Like, if you're a big 7-foot center for some awful reason and you're just a blocker, you want to block shots, your
still
block
can't
shot
block.
is like very low. You're like, it should be high. It's the one thing I'm good at. It makes no sense. I wish they would change that.
Do you play that online at all?
Yeah, dude, because it got better. Like 3, 4, 5 years ago when they started the My Player thing, like the online mode was awful and then like it was laggy and shit like that. But now it's really smooth and you can go play and it's pretty fun, I guess. But
Yeah, I used to just stick to like the actual teams and shit and
teams.
play that
Oh,
online.
dude,
And,
I'm
like,
so bad at that now. All I do is My Player.
we did like there was you could play multiple people on one team. So like me and one of my friends like joined like a competitive gaming website like called Game Battles.
Okay.
And then like we got to like the top 10 of the entire website, and that was like a big one at the time. And then after that game, in a particular moment, I have never played since.
And that's going to be in the
done with
story
2K.
time section of this episode. Keep setting the tone. Keep fucking priming all of us. But do you remember like when it initially came out, online gaming? Like, what was the first introduction you had to it?
Xbox 360. No, I guess no, PS2. Because on my PS2, I had that, and then me and my brother were like in middle school. We were trying our hardest one somewhere to get the online to work because we just heard about it. And apparently the Xbox was real simple, but I didn't have the original Xbox. So we had to get all these adapters and all this shit, and it never worked. It didn't finally we got when the Xbox 360 came out. I remember my dad, because we bought all that shit, and he was upset that he had to buy all this shit that didn't work. So we bought the 360.
So it didn't work for you guys either?
No, the PS2?
Could not get the original Xbox. I remember there was all that shit on the like menu that was like go online. Every time I would try and connect, it never would let me. And I remember calling phone numbers.
Hardwired your Ethernet cord and everything, or
I
did
think
you just
it was
press
just
it
phone cord that I was like. I didn't know the difference. There was no fucking information.
Yeah, it was a very confusing 2 years.
Yeah, because I had I played SOCOM, like Navy SEALs on PS2, and I remember seeing on the box there's like online, but it was completely foreign on like how to actually get online.
So we would get close, it'd be like, your NAT type is wrong. You're like, fuck, I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, no. I hated that
asking
menu.
my dad. My dad's like, what the hell's a NAT type? I'm like, I don't know.
All the fucking adapters. Yeah. But do you remember the first time you played online?
Yeah, when the 360 and PS3 came out, it was simple.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until Xbox 360 you got online?
Exactly.
Yeah, same with me.
Really?
Yep. I had like
fucking Halo 2 online was unreal.
Wasn't that? Oh, I guess the Halo 2 was on
original Xbox.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And it was one of the. It was okay. There were two introductions that I had to online because everything online up to that point was computer. Like, did you guys fuck with online?
No.
Nah, that's what my dad said. That's where I work. Don't play games there. And I was like, fine, I'll just watch porn there. I work here too, Dad.
I'll just beat my meat here.
I'm going to work as well.
I'm gonna beat a different type of game.
Your relationship with your dad is so hilarious.
I respect it. I will not play games here.
We used to just go to Lowe's and then I just jack off on his computer. It was
so funny.
It was a good life.
God damn. Yeah. So the first one I remember was Counter-Strike.
Oh yeah.
You never played that? Or?
I played it. Like I guess I got to it late because I played Counter-Strike Source is when I got on. Because I know there was one before that, I'm pretty sure.
Half-Life, I think, was the other.
Mm-hmm. I've heard it, like,
Half-Life.
Heard of it?
Half-Life and Counter-Strike. It was like a combined thing.
Yeah, the computer games, right?
And I think it was a trial, but then you like just got access to the online. It was. I mean, the graphics kind of suck, but it was that real like interactive.
I mean, they were good at the time, though.
Fuck yeah, they were. I mean, if you looked at it now, you'd be like, "That's still pretty good."
Oh yeah.
Like when I was looking at all this shit, but then there was another game. Have you ever heard of RuneScape?
Oh
yes.
Yep.
You play it?
Oh fuck yes.
No.
Did you play?
Nope.
I would feel like that would be a game that you would play for sure. Yeah,
Did you like it?
Yeah, I got up to like level 70 or something. Like just trying to rank up my guy, just sitting there like fucking fighting animals and shit, like battling chickens.
Yeah. We'll explain it to anybody.
So I don't even know.
Was it an MMO? Actually,
I don't know the terminology. I think
it's
it was
massively multiplayer online, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. So pretty much you just had like a character, and then you had like a set of skills that you could rank up. So like if you wanted to chop wood, you could do that. Then build a fire and do magic, cook, a whole bunch of different types. I
guess
of shit.
It would be a RPG on whatever. I don't. The acronyms are too long.
How far did you get into RuneScape?
Okay, I didn't know all this shit. Just in hindsight, it was so weird because I really wouldn't fuck with it unless I went to a friend's house. And I remember I went to this kid's house. He was a weird kid. There were 2 years I went to Catholic middle school, and I got kicked out. But the kids at that school were
the devil
fucking
in your boy. The boy got the devil.
Dude,
get out.
You can't tell. I mean, he just look at him, you know?
The devil in him. You can't go
God
here.
damn it.
Wait, what was the kid like? Keep going.
Just a weird kid.
He was always very proud of being tall. Like he
tall for middle school.
Like if somebody needed something off the top shelf, he's like, "I'm tall.
I got it.
I'm tall."
got
And it was like that was his personality.
Okay.
And I just remember he would make these nacho plates with fucking Velveeta, and it would just be like the whole block of Velveeta. And he'd bring them down like I'm a guest here. But like this is fucking. I don't even want to look at someone.
That's messy. You're gonna play the game and also with the cheese on your head.
That's another sanitary thing. But yeah, he introduced me to this game, and I was like, okay, anything where it was like, okay, it requires a tremendous amount of time and a lot of repetition. I was like, no, this is for me. This it checks all my boxes. And I found out later, like a bunch of my buddies got into the game, so. The idea was like to accumulate money or whatever, the skill or whatever you needed to like kill a lot of chickens.
Or you
like,
had to like
Wait,
do a certain
is this the game
skill.
that South Park played on that one episode? I don't know.
No, that was World of Warcraft.
Oh, okay. No.
similar though.
It's
It's
sim-
like,
yeah, it's
I didn't
similar
play
to
that
right?
one. But
Because every time y'all talk about like chopping the wood or whatever, I just think about them all killing the pigs for like a
it's
whole
kinda like
month
that,
or whatever.
yeah. It was, and I remember somebody saying there were farms at that point, like in China, where they would have internet cafes and people would just play it, and then they'd sell this shit so that you could go on the game. People would always be trying to get you,
I'm pretty sure I paid for that at some point. Like you could go online, you could buy a certain amount of gold, but I didn't know how to do it, so I just like paid like $5, and then they'd put in.
How did you pay the money?
I don't
PayPal.
Something like that, credit card, and then I gave up my information. Which, looking back, you get scammed. I've got scammed out of money trying to like
for sure
do that shit before.
Well, my buddies. The reason why I brought that game up was I had these buddies in high school that got like a level 99 character.
Oh, see, that's
okay. Like they built him up forever, and then they sold him on eBay.
For how much?
And it was a lot. Like I think it was in the thousands for this character, right?
Oh, I've heard of that stuff. Like,
And they sold the guy the character and then didn't send him the login info.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
But what happened was, it is fucked up, but they were just trolling the guy more than anything. But the whole thing, the last time I remember, it got canceled because you can't actually sell a fictional character on eBay. Like it violated the policies. Shit. But they had so much
he's real
fun
mean, man.
trying to get people to send them money for this shit.
People used to try and cheat you in the game. So like there was a trading system. So like you could propose a trade with somebody. Yeah. Be like, I'm gonna give you this fucking sword, and then you give whatever, and then they accept on both sides. The trade happens. So like one time a dude did that to me, and he was a higher level. Like I was young and had just started, so like he's giving me like, oh, this rune sword, rune shield, or like, and then
sweet.
and then there's a random event that happens every so often where a character pops out of nowhere and just kills the person. So he was trying to brag. The character came out of nowhere, killed him. He drops all his shit, so I just get to pick up all his stuff. And he comes back, he's like, give it back. So that I logged out, went to a different world, sold all his shit, and then I messaged him. I was like, how's that feel, bitch ass nigga?
That's funny, dude. I've done that. I did that on GTA Online, which really changed everything. Like,
oh my god!
On that game, me and my friends, we were like, the game is actually very hard when you start off because you're very poor and you have nothing and you have no bulletproof tires and no window, barely have a car. You know what I mean? Like it's hard. So me and my friends for like 6 months were like working our way up, and then or not even, I think it was like 2 months after the game came out, and then we were also like assholes in the game. Like we're just like killing people for the most part. We're just like running around shooting other players and stuff. But if you do that a lot, you'll get put in like bad criminal lobbies, right? So I was in a criminal lobby where there were hackers, and I had no idea because like you could put a bounty on someone, and the most you could put on is $9,000, right? Which is not a lot of money, even in fucking GTA. It's not a lot of money, and you're like, oh, that's nothing. But then one time I was playing like on Christmas, like Christmas had came out, like I was playing, and this dude had a bounty for like $2 billion, and I just saw it, and I was like, that's so weird. And then a dude killed me. So I come back to life and I kill a guy. The guy that killed me, then I get paid $9 billion or whatever the bounty
Did
was.
you
And
log out after
no,
that?
it's my money. I already won it. And I was like, holy shit. But then that same dude with the hacks got mad because I killed him, put that same amount of bounty on me. And I was like, oh shit. So I log off, didn't play for a week. And then when I got back on, I had my friend get on. And I was like, as soon as we log in, as soon as I walk out that apartment, you need to shoot me. He was like, why? I was like, that way you get $9 billion, bro. We both were rich, bought a bunch of all this stuff you could buy, and then like when you blow up someone's car or like harass them enough, they'll like make you pay for the car.
Oh yeah,
and stuff.
so you could just ruin everybody's shit.
We didn't give a crap. And we can't go bank. I was just blowing up the nicest cars.
Yeah.
Like it didn't.
Have you seen any of those videos on like TikTok or anything? They'll do like car meets. So like players in the game will meet up with their nice cars, and then one dude will come out of nowhere like a monster truck or some shit and just destroy all of their shit. Like they make it like a
GTA
thing.
is perfect for trolling.
Yeah.
It's so perfect,
Dude, that shit. Well, that was one of the things I wanted to fucking ask you guys about is like all this shit online. It's like from RuneScape to now.
Yeah.
Like it's just, it was such a weird, like the interaction that you had with the guy, like fucking tried to sell you on the wrong stuff. Like it's like just sociopathic behavior. Like it's just not
100%.
it, and it breeded like this whole generation of people that were at home, had no empathy, and just like were horrible to each other. Like, what's the worst shit that somebody's said or done to you guys playing one of these games?
During the, I guess the end of Trump, the end of that era of Trump being president, some dude, I think it was like when they were running again, like Biden was running and Trump was running. I played Fortnite and I'm in duos. So it's like me and a random person. And I'm doing fine with these random people. And then one time I get a guy and then like we don't say anything for the first half. And then like we both die like right off the rip. Then he starts like cussing me out and stuff. And I'm like, oh, you fucking suck. You suck. We're like mad at you. We're on the same team. We're like, no, you suck. You're the reason we died.
Were you actually pissed though?
Well, not yet. That was just like, that happens, right?
Yeah.
And then I go to menu, I leave the game or whatever, go back, log back in to get somebody else. I get the same guy, the same exact guy. And then that guy starts just dropping N-bombs like all over the place. And I don't mean nigga. You know, like, that's not what I mean. And he didn't sound like some black guy going through it. You know, he was definitely just like doing it. And I was like, yo, shut up. He goes, yeah, I fuck your mom. Da, da, da. And then I said, you don't want to fuck my mom. You're clearly racist, right? And then that's it. He goes, "Oh, you're fucking a nigga. You're a nigga this, nigga that." And it was like, "Damn, bro." And I got kind of heated only because we're supposed to be on the same team, bro. Like, why are you calling me this? We need to win together. This is where white and black need to come together to get
I
the
used to
Fortnite.
do that on like the Call of Duty lobbies, like. Modern Warfare 2 is like where I really got my start in Call of Duty. So as soon as you enter a lobby, you just go, yo, shut the fuck up. And then everybody just starts clapping back. No, fuck you. And then just starts screaming. That shit goes crazy.
But see, Call of Duty, I would be prepared for. But Fortnite, I was not. I was not prepared for that. I was like, what?
Yeah, I remember my buddy in college was just, I had never experienced some shit like that. Like he was one of these guys that he'd fucking stop going to class. All he did was play Halo all day, every day, which is a weird place to be where you're like, yeah, I just gave up on life. I'm just fucking playing
weird what those games, like during that period, did to, because like I used to be that same way because I was in high school. So I would wake up at like 5 a.m. to play before school and then go to school, come home.
I never played. I was like, yo, I never played before school because I was waking up at the last moment to get to school. You know, like I was too busy.
Wasn't it like peak at like 2 a.m? That was when the good shit was popping. Like it was.
It didn't really like change much, at least like when I was playing, because I got the game back in like 2007 when it dropped. So like the population, there was always like matches regardless of what time you got on.
Yeah, my buddy, when we were in high school, was kind of this, it wasn't like how it is now with just the amount of like competitive gaming, but he was like in the top 100 of Halo players in the world for Halo 2. And I played with him one time, dude. It was insane. Like he was one of those guys that didn't, like, he
make a mistake.
He got home at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, went to sleep right away, and then woke up at like in
to play at night.
Yeah, he played all night long, stayed up during the day at school. So he was always just like fucking out of it in class. Like he was just, you're like, dude, what's wrong with you? He's like, I gotta go to sleep. Like it was his bedtime.
Yeah, I think it's because like back then, like the pro teams would scrim later. Like so they do like scrimmages where they have like their set teams and then they'd practice, but they'd start like late and then it would be East Coast time too. So then like
he wasn't even on a team. It was
really?
He just were individual. Like
why
he
the
was.
Fuck would he go so late then? If it's just
I don't know if the landscape was just different.
Maybe,
but he got paid to do it. Like he did
paid,
competitions and shit.
Yeah.
And I played with him one time, and it was Halo 3. We were just fucking around. I've never seen any, like, he held the controller different.
Oh, he played fucking Claw. That's what I was telling you about.
Yeah, like
Claw.
it just, and he just
the
way he started move, like people could move, like, you know, aim and do that at the same. He could move vertically and like he was on all 3 planes or whatever. Is it 3 when you're? It's like an airplane or whatever, you know, like because you can move this way.
Me.
I don't know. It was fucking crazy, dude. He was getting above people and doing headshots from above them,
like jumping
like,
over them,
and just the rotate. Like it was like he was spiraling. And as soon as we started playing, like he wasn't even doing it to win. Like he was just trolling people, and it was just like he was fucking doing the teabag.
So he played Claw, so that means that like. That's how you know that he was really into Halo 2 because they didn't have the control set up yet.
So what is the show the camera
it's like
that?
If you're holding a controller and you have like your thumbs on the joysticks and then the triggers, you would switch instead of using your pointer finger for the trigger. You'd switch and use your middle finger so then your pointer finger could touch all the buttons on top. Okay. So like in Halo 2, you couldn't jump with any of the other buttons besides A, which is on the bottom of the buttons. So he would put his finger up there so he could then control that while also being able to look.
Your thumbs don't ever have to leave.
Yeah. So then, like, because if you're playing it regular, you have to press A to jump, which means you have to stop aiming for a second.
Gotcha.
So he would just eliminate that.
So yeah.
Wait, now though, you could buy a controller that's got buttons on the back that are like a replacement for those 4 buttons. Yeah. I have a lot of controllers like that. I probably spent over $2,000 on different controllers just to keep up.
$2,000?
Yeah, dude, I spent a lot. I mean, some of them I get to my brother.
They are kind of expensive though. They're like
because they're not normal controllers. They're like modded, but modded in a fair way.
Oh, they used to. back in Xbox 360.
Now they have. You got all 4 buttons on the back now. I only use one.
Now they make them legit, but they used to have them. You could buy like a modded controller where somebody programmed it. So it wasn't like they didn't used to make those like they do now. Yeah. So you had to buy like a special one that was almost like cheating.
Yeah,
to some extent.
Did you ever have a modified
Then it was
Xbox?
cheating. Now it's normal because now even if you're on like Xbox, you playing against someone on a keyboard on a computer probably if it's a good game. Yeah. If it's like a huge game, it's definitely cross-play at this point. Like Halo's cross-play. You can play on the keyboard if you want it. For some awful reason to be awful.
Yeah, why do people do that? And they're so like entitled about it. They're like mouse and keyboard. Like they.
Well, I'll tell you, when it comes to only game I played that is an advantage is Fortnite because in Fortnite you got all your. If you're playing on a keyboard on your super cool mouse and your light up keyboard, you can like be shooting and then instantly start building and instantly start shooting without doing anything.
Yeah,
now,
each trigger has a purpose.
Controller, even with those 4 buttons on the back.
Yeah,
and you got your own little configuration. You're like, ooh, boy, you're like, oh shit, now I need to shoot and you're fucking doing all this shit. It's hard, but
fucking you get used
nerds.
To it. You get used to it.
I've gotten pretty good at it.
Have either of you lost any relationships? Friendships or dating because of your video? Like, let's talk about habits before that. How much do you game a day? What were you at, like, the worst you were ever at? And then...
Okay, well, I don't see it as the worst. I see it as the best. Definitely in college, because in college, me and my friends, we would just get high and, like I lived in a big, like, almost like That 70s Show style house with, like, a bunch of college friends. And then 2 houses down were some more college friends, and one of them was like a drug dealer. So we would just like be at one of the 2 houses and just be smoking weed or whatever, drinking, and then fucking playing Halo. like all day.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
know it sounds
Halo
like
3?
yeah, well, Halo Reach, I think when I was in college.
Yeah,
Halo
yeah.
Reach. I mean,
That one
whatever,
was weird
whatever
with
game.
all
It
the
was Halo, Call of
jetpacks.
Duty, whatever shooter was out. We were all Super Smash Bros. It doesn't matter. We would all just be playing games. And I know that sounds like a bunch of nerdy dudes playing games, but we had girls and like the dude was a drug dealer. People coming through the house.
Yeah.
You know?
Thought we were nerds. We had girls.
We had girls. We had others. We were doing stuff, but I mean, they were also. We were like, "Hey, we gonna play this game." There's weed over there. Get high.
Yeah.
No, I think the worst that I was definitely in high school because I moved schools late, so I didn't really have a crazy amount of friends there. So I would spend all of my free time just playing Halo because I wanted to go pro in it. Like that was my fucking game. So
I know that.
Yeah, so that's what I would do is I'd wake up, play, get home from school, play until I went to bed. Weekends, that's all. Like,
Did
I
you get
wouldn't leave the
fat?
house. I got scared of getting fat at one point.
Really?
Like I went to go play basketball with my friends one day, like during that time.
Yeah.
And I was super out of shape. I was like, bro, I'm gonna get fat if I don't like do something about this.
So how many hours a day were you playing then? Like 10?
No, I'd say probably on average like 4 to 5, maybe more.
Okay.
On weekends, it was all day. Like from the time I woke up and ate breakfast to.
If I had
till
nothing to do that day, I could like if I didn't have this podcast and the show tonight, I would be playing 2K all day.
Yeah, I was playing Halo right before this, and then I was like, God damn, I
need
gotta
your
do
Halo.
that, and
Give
I
me your
gotta
Halo
fucking do
shit.
chores.
Give me
And
your Halo shit.
God,
Has it ever fucked up relationships for you guys?
It's probably prevented me having relationships because
Yeah,
I'm just playing.
I'd
the
say
game.
that
But
more
yeah,
so.
And I never had. The thing is, I wouldn't date someone that was like that against gaming. Like you don't want me doing it all day, sure, I guess. But if you're like one of the people like do not play video games, so I'm over here, I'm like didn't leave.
yeah, I mean, I get in trouble now.
It's like, I was on a date with a girl and she hated sports, and I was like, leave me alone.
Being in a relationship, like if you spend too much time when you're supposed to be doing something, or like it's about to be dinner time, and like I'm not helping cook or do any of that shit, then I get in trouble.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm 26 yelling at children still, so it's a little bit.
It's a little
different.
yeah.
That's what I don't yell at these kids. I be working together with them.
Oh, you play fucking Fortnite, so everybody's
we're
on your
team.
team.
Or
I
even
play
in-
games you can talk
even
to
in
the
Halo,
opposition.
even in Halo, you can't really talk to the opposition right now. Like the new one, you can only talk to your fire team, and it's like there's a lot of games like that, and it sucks. Now, if I played Call of Duty, I'm sure I could.
They've changed it a
yell at
lot,
people,
so
but
like because
there's so much corroboration instead of like.
you used to be able to
Arguing.
like send messages to people, like you could send voice messages. So
I
like
remember that,
after
yeah.
the game, you just be like, "Fucking kill yourself,
Yeah,
you're garbage."
I got some
Parents
of those.
hate you. I wish you were like just
Well, the
going
lobby
insane.
was always like after the match, everybody would end up in the lobby like
Yeah,
queuing
they
out.
don't have that anymore in Halo. So like
It
it,
was
feels
so
so,
violent.
weird. Like when you play
Yeah,
by
yeah.
yourself, it feels so weird now because you're like, there's no one talking.
I know, and you can't message people now. Like, so
It's
they
so
eliminated the
weird.
voice messaging, and then like you can't even say "kill yourself" because Xbox will ban you.
Yeah,
Because I've got fucking
Really?
banned.
Yeah.
I counted. I've sent at least 80 people like you're fucking trash.
Really?
Yeah.
That just makes me feel. Wait, did you beat them?
Yeah. I
Oh,
enjoy
okay.
making people
Okay,
feel
there we go.
bad
I
after
thought-
the game.
Like I only got messages when me and my friends would beat the shit out of some guys.
You
and
say
then,
that?
and then
You
they would
say that,
message
like,
us.
with so much confidence and like joy. Dude, like it's.
Yes.
But
or
okay,
like, or your
let me-
teammates suck.
This is
You
something I
gotta
want to
let them know.
I gotta ask about.
Oh,
like-
definitely yell at my teammates.
When something happened recently with like an athlete where he used the N-word in a game, and like older people heard that and they wanted to ban this athlete or whatever, and it was in the game. I have played games like that where that word it's like a different
Yeah, it's
just
everywhere.
it's fucking
Right, oh, yeah.
everywhere, and so like it got published, like it was on live TV when this happened, and it was this huge deal. But I'm like, dude, I've heard the worst things on.
Yeah,
and
'cause you're
like, do you
you're-
mean it, or
No,
is
you're-
it just like
You're anonymous.
It's fun
What's
to
like when you play basketball, right? We're black. We're all playing with black people. Everyone's getting called nigga, regardless of what Kyrie Irving wants to say. This is gonna happen because it's basketball.
Yeah.
That's how you talk. Now, if those white people playing basketball, you're not gonna. Not everyone, white dudes and black dudes are gonna say nigga less. But online, everyone like there's no race. Thus, everyone is
Yeah.
black, so everyone can say.
Because
Like, you know,
you're
like,
not going to be able to track people.
Even
Like,
if-
it's
even
just
if-
a gamer
even if that
tag, a
dude
word on a
sounds like
screen, so you can just
the
say
whitest white person ever. It's still like, hey, who cares? I don't.
whatever. I mean, that dude's stupid for doing it because I'm pretty sure he was streaming, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
if you're streaming to people, maybe
you get in trouble. Yeah, because you're not anonymous anymore.
Yeah,
People will
that's
watch
true.
it. But if you're anonymous,
And that
all you
fucking
hear is your
example,
voice?
it might be, my understanding of it might be fucking skewed. So like,
But
don't
also, I
hold
see
me
what
to
you're
that.
saying.
What's
of,
like-
It's just like I just
wanting to ban him for doing it when realistically, even still now, it's a thing. People, it's what people do.
It's kinda
online.
like-
It's just part
trying
of
to
the culture.
ban that online is like trying to tell black football coaches not to yell nigga at their entire team. White or black, Hispanic, it don't matter. Trans, if you're on the team, but like everyone getting called nigga.
do
if
either
got
of you
black
have a
football coach,
problem with
that's what's gonna
hearing it?
happen.
I don't like care. Like it's just like part of what the thing is.
Yeah.
It's
so like
within the scope of like,
you're
It's just trash talk
yeah,
for the most part.
yeah.
And then, except for that one time when that dude called me on Fortnite, when I just didn't see it coming. You know, it was just like when I'm playing Halo or kind of like on a huge party, I can see it coming. GTA, it's coming. I hear rap music in the back, it's coming. You know, like Halo, me and this dude just got done doing the L dance and stuff, and now all of a sudden he calling me nigga. Like like now all of a sudden he's like nigga. I'm like, wait, we did that together, bro. I thought
Where's your watermelon and chicken?
Yeah, I was like, I thought we were fam, bro. We on the same team. I was so just taken aback. You know, it was like if you had like I guess some white guy you're hanging out with, and you're like, this is a cool white guy, and then at the end he's like, bye, nigga. You're like, wait, what?
The thing that's killing me, that has to be the first time that's ever been said on the podcast. Because I've seen some of the vampire white
This is
people
to
he
me-
brings on here.
Sorry
Like,
for
I
all the-
haven't slept in days, and then we come on here just nigger.
Sorry about all the N-bombs.
Oh, it's so much funnier. If you're not watching the video version, it looks a lot worse.
Oh, dude,
They can't see the L dance
Oh
going on.
my
It's
god!
I swear
they just
though-
hear the foot stop going.
I do think Fortnite is the best game ever because of the dances you can
You're
do.
tripping.
No, please.
I think
I
it's
feel like I don't even
listen.
need to be here right now.
Listen, I can in that game.
It's a
I
nice
can
break from the vampires.
I can kill someone in that game and then do the Dougie. Like just nothing better than killing some kid and then doing a Dougie. And you know that kid's like, what the fuck is this dance? Because he's like probably 11. He's like, what the fuck is this
You've never
dance?
seen it.
I would say it's the most technical game. Like it's probably the hardest. As far there's so many more skills to master.
And then they put fucking
yeah.
Naruto and all. They keep putting all my favorite shit in that game. They got all Marvel characters and Naruto's in it and John Wick's in it. Like there's so many cool people in this game. And then I can get John Wick, kill a guy, and then make him do the fucking Dougie. It's amazing.
We like games for completely different reasons.
All right, let's fucking hop into the story section. Or let's do this quick. Actually, we're gonna go through generation like histories of consoles and which one is your favorite and why. So I'll fucking bow out of this just so it's a little quicker. But we're starting at third generation because all this shit is
Old as fuck.
it's so fucking
If
old.
it's before 1997, I don't know it.
Okay, we'll see if third generation is Sega, Atari 7800, which I think we can just void that out.
I guess
And
it'd be Sega.
Nintendo, like original Nintendo.
Oh, NES.
NES.
I would say, I guess Mario's on the NES.
That's Nintendo's. Like out of those is what I
Well,
played
that
the most.
what you deciding there is Sonic or Mario.
Yeah.
That's what you, at that
Yeah.
point. It's pretty much what you decide. So I'm gonna say Mario
Yeah,
because
me too.
it makes more money than Sonic. So
I thought you were big into Sonic.
me no.
Huh.
I don't
What
know.
about you?
I mean, I
So-
played it, but
No, I didn't own either of those, but I played like Nintendo more out of the two.
I played all those games on emulators on the computer. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure I played it when I was
Both
little.
you
but
guys
I
are
don't remember.
fucking stupid at this point because
What do you what?
you
What?
forgot Duck Hunter, which if you
Oh.
never
I
played
wasn't
that,
old enough.
Yeah,
dude, Duck Hunter was so far
my mom
before its time.
buy a
It-
toy gun. Yeah, right.
It was
yeah, right, bro.
Isn't that? Couldn't you like do it on the screen with
it was
the actual
it
gun
was
itself?
literally
Yeah, you
it
pointed
was a handgun.
Yeah.
There was a shotgun, but there was a handgun one too. And then there was also a fucking game. It was weird with these consoles. Like you need all the accessories and stuff. There was a Olympics game where they had Olympic track and field, and it just had a mat on the ground, and the way you race was good, like go like that.
Stop it.
And it was totally fucked up. Like it didn't censor right or whatever. So we were just like stomping.
I mean, the technology
Ahead
back
of
then had
its
to be.
time.
It was really bad.
Well,
but
wait, on the gun thing, like you were talking about James Bond earlier, and how that game was fun, which it was on 64.
yeah.
I could not have that game in my house.
Why?
My mom was against guns.
Shit.
And like I remember one time we had it. Well, some kid brought it over and we were playing it. And like my upstairs, the game room doesn't have walls, like these 2 walls, like so the whole house can hear what's going on. And we're like playing a game. We're all like trying to be quiet. We're like, oh my god, this is amazing. Don't tell his mom. We're like having such a good fun at my birthday. And then we turned it up, and then my mom goes, "Are those gunshots?" And we were like, we just yanked it out. We were like,
the
put a different
complete
game. She's on to us.
That's fucking.
So
great.
imagine me having that Duck Hunter game, like, yeah, take that duck.
Shooting sideways at a duck,
my
bro.
mom would have whooped my ass, bro.
Yeah, that would not have been the game. All right, 4th generation. We got. I don't know some of these, but Sega Genesis, so the original.
Sega.
Yeah, and then Super Nintendo, Neo Geo, and NEC.
Yeah, what the fuck
Yeah,
are these?
these two.
Yeah, those
we
two.
don't.
I was like,
yeah,
you don't
no.
even have to say that.
So it's Sega Genesis or
Sega
Super
and
Nintendo.
again.
Yeah, I'm going Nintendo.
I'm gonna go Sega to mix it up.
Okay. Why Super Nintendo? Or what's the game for you that comes to mind?
Just like all the Mario games.
Just
To be
gotta be
honest, like
just
I
Mario.
those ones I just play on a whim at like a
Wait.
friend's house or something. So like I don't.
I think there was
Like I never owned those consoles, so that's just what I played.
there was an Aladdin game on one of these 2 consoles that was hard as fuck.
Dude, some of those
And I
games
mean,
were really
yeah,
hard.
I mean, hard as fuck, nigga. The game, like, I still have not beat it, and I think it's one of the games I watched online this year. Was someone beat it, and everyone in the comments like, "How the fuck? How did you get?" Because it was like a level. Was you know when the part in the Aladdin movie when they're like escaping the sand castle or the whatever what's the sand castle, the
Whatever
sand
it
castle
was,
guy,
yeah.
whatever. When the lava's coming and on the carpet. That part is unbeatable in the game. I don't even
There
think
were a
they
couple
made.
of them
I don't even think
that
they made game after it. I think it was just like you get here, you die, you start over. That's it.
It's
I don't think those
fucking
were
ridiculous. There
That's
were
a good
2
idea.
games. Like Super Punch Out was unreal. That game was fucking ridiculous. Actually, 2 more games. Super Tennis. If you ever want a good game, we used to get so fucked up and play that game for like, I destroy anybody at that. And then the third was one weekend, my buddy and I we took a bunch of mushrooms and like went to this cabin. Like it was a group of us.
Yeah.
And we had modified Xbox with all these old games on it, and we came across this game called Out of This World. And you start the game like you're going sideways, and then all of a sudden this thing just starts chasing you, and like you gotta get
keep running.
out of there before that thing gets you. It was the hardest fucking game I've ever played in my life, and
kept getting you.
just we were all on mushrooms, so it wasn't helping.
Oh,
But
yeah,
it was fucking.
Did it not scare you getting chased?
It scared the shit out of both of us, and like I just kept dying. And I always had like these good friends who would be like they were. I don't know if you guys had this where a friend that just enjoys watching other people play video games.
Oh, it's me.
I mean, it makes sense,
like, I
especially
watch-
with like streaming and shit
Yeah,
nowadays.
I
Like, people
watch-
do it just, I don't know. I guess it's always been a thing.
I watch
Yeah.
Twitch when I'm working.
Yeah.
Like I have my work screen, then I have another screen that's just whatever these kids are playing on.
What is it though?
What game am I
Why do you
watching?
enjoy? Because
Oh,
my
why
older
do I
brother, he
enjoy
would
it?
just like he'd fucking have
Oh.
a bowl of popcorn and watch me play the
I
game.
think that's it. Like I had a brother. You have to have siblings at least in probably close age, and then you're used to like sharing a controller anyway.
Yeah, but
regardless
he
if
wouldn't
you're
even
alive.
play. He would just
That's
watch
even
me.
better. Like you're wrong. I used to watch my brother play because he would be better at the game because I was
Yeah.
a young kid,
I think that's probably
right?
it.
And then I would just he'd be like, "You want to play?" I'm like, "No, because I can't do this. You do it." It's like I remember I was watching Twitch and like this girl my brother's talking to came over and she was like, "Why are you watching the game? You could just play the game." Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's like if I'm watching sports, are you gonna be like, "Why are you watching basketball? You can just go play basketball." Yeah, I know that. But they're better at me than that.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why I'm watching
I
them.
think
Like,
it's
what are you?
a mix. There's either like people that are better than you at the game, but are personable. They're not the greatest, but they're still better than you, so that's fun. There's people that are just ass, but they're entertaining, so there's that. And then there's also the people that are just better than you'll ever be. So like getting to see their perspective of shit that you'll never be able to do.
And honestly, you've never like if you played a game like start to finish, but I don't know, not Call of Duty, but like some kind of I don't know, like Left 4 Dead or something like that, some kind of story driven game.
Yeah.
If you play that game and then like you think you're the shit at it, then you watch someone online who's good at it, you'll be like, I've been playing this game wrong. Every step of the way.
Oh, yeah.
Every step of the way I played this game wrong.
So it's just like kind of the getting to peek in somebody's mind a little bit.
Then you're like, oh, that's what I was supposed to do. I did this other dumb thing. Like, I could have easily did it. That's how you beat this boss.
There's different kinds of like, because like what you're saying, there's like speed runs. So like somebody will play, for instance, like Halo, and then they'll just try and do it as fast as possible. So they'll just like rocket off a rock and then jump over everybody to
just skipping whole levels to like falling through like a little hole in the map
in 4 minutes where it would have taken you 20. And then and
like sometimes they have
do you think people do this with like porn? Like everybody's like we're all watching it differently, and like if you saw how someone else watched porn, like you'd be like, hey, I've been doing this so wrong. There's somebody that has it down to like a 10-second ordeal. It's like
it is kind of like porn because there's like the popular people that everybody knows, and then there's certain niches of so there's just some dudes like fucking
and some of it's
robot porn.
Some porn's not to jack off to, it's to be like
appreciate it.
It's
like,
the art of porn.
Yes, he's delivering a pizza. His dick is in the pizza bar. I love this.
Because sometimes when you're looking for the video or whatever, and
Big
you see something, you're like, this is hilarious. You ever see a porn so funny you stop jacking off?
Yeah, no,
you're just like, what in the fuck?
But I guess it's
who wrote this?
When you're the one that's doing the thing, it's I never got into like watching people play video games, but it was always like I've noticed there are people that enjoy that like visceral type thing. But let's keep going. We got a couple more things to talk about. 6th generation Dreamcast.
Here we go.
PS2, GameCube, or Xbox. So which one?
Oh, we skipped 64?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck yeah. Sorry, 5th generation. Sega Saturn, PlayStation, or N64.
64 over here because I didn't have PlayStation.
PlayStation because I didn't have 64.
Okay, you guys are both poor.
I was jealous of you. I'm jealous of you because your controller made more sense.
I had both.
I had both. But I played by myself because my brother didn't want to play.
Those came out apart.
Yeah.
Like 64 and those were like I think it was like a 2-year deal.
Yeah, it was before it was like they have to drop on the same year to have them fight to the death.
Yeah, but it wasn't like common back then either for like your parents to buy you both. It was kind of just like you pick one because that's what you're getting. So you better make the decision of
I don't even know who decided the 64. I can ask my dad or my brother. I wonder, did my brother choose it? Did he ask? I think he asked for the video games. And I'm like, did you choose the PlayStation or the 64? Or did my dad? Because sometimes you ask my dad for something, he just brings you back something else. Like I remember once I asked for, what did I ask for? Was it Mario? It was Mario Kart. Mario Kart. I wanted to fit in at school. We had a 64. I was like, Dad, get me Mario Kart. And he was like, I'll get it for you. And he comes home and he has a Diddy Kong race.
Still a decent game though.
Yeah, which is fun. And it's hard, like, because you get a game and you're like, I got a game, but this is not the game I wanted. But I'm happy. And like, you're like,
That Mario Kart game though was fucking legit.
I bet it was. super fun.
I bet it was.
I bet it was.
You never got it? You just never played it.
I never got it, dude. And that's why when GameCube came out, I had that and I got that Mario Kart. I was bad at it. Like, I'm bad at Mario Kart. And I think it's because my dad got me Diddy Kong Racing.
All right, 6th generation. Dreamcast, PS2, GameCube, or Xbox?
I had a GameCube and a PS2, but I'm going PS2 because it was way better.
Yeah, I'm saying PS2 just because that was like, if I got like PlayStation originally, but PS2 is where I got like my start in like actually playing games. Like
that's when I got probably good at games. Is that, and I guess I was good at Super Smash Bros, but that's not really a game. So, but
what was like the biggest game on PS2?
Red Dead Theft Auto.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's gotta be Vice City. Oh, San Andreas?
No, they had Grand Theft Auto 3 on PS2.
Was that's San Andreas, right?
Well, no. So it started with Grand Theft Auto 3, then it went to Vice City, then San Andreas.
Oh, I never played 3 then. I played, my first one was Vice City.
I got my start on 3.
Which I think Vice City's why I like that like Miami Vice like theme colors, like the light blue and
Mhm.
pink. I love shit like that.
Yeah.
Fucking Vaporwave or whatever it's
Actually,
called.
they released that whole trilogy
Yeah,
of
they
those
did,
3.
yeah.
Like,
Well, I don't want to.
I
I
think
mean,
last week or something.
GTA Online's better than those being released.
Dude, Grand Theft Auto, that's like a masterpiece in terms of gaming. I don't
Yeah,
know if there's
just the-
anything that
No, you can go
touches
The
golfing.
open world concept
Yeah.
where
You can go
just do
golf. You
anything.
can take yoga in that game online. Like
It's
so,
unreal.
The fact that you could go pick up a stripper and then hit her with the hammer and get your money back.
Well, now you don't even get your money back though, because
You do, see that's
Just
a
make
flawed
sure to
game.
look in the camera when
Well,
you
she-
say that.
You can hit a stripper with a hammer,
Well, now-
get your money back. You get your services. I was doing that at
The thing
12.
about
Now
Grand
look at
Theft
me.
Auto, it's so.
I'm a broken man.
Wait, the thing about Grand Theft Auto, it's such a nice game. Like it's so like detailed that now people don't drop money when you kill them because who has money on them? Like you get like back in the day, you used to get what $400 in 2004.
Well,
you
can
Now
also
you get
do
like
cheats.
$40 because like no one has actual cash.
That's true.
And if you're like spending on your character's race and where you are is how much the cops will fuck with you at the beginning. Of course, if you kill 10 people, they're all gonna come for you, whatever. But like if you're a black guy in the hood, the cops will like you can just walk by the cops, they won't care. But if you're a black guy in like the country or the suburbs, they'll like harass you quicker. Like that's
crazy.
literally it's literally in the game. Now, if you're a white guy in the suburbs of the country, you're fine. But you're in the hood, the cops are like, "Why are you here?" Like they harass
They're
you. More.
checking you.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like, "Why are you in here?" Like you
gotta
must
get
be one
outta
of the
here.
dangerous Eminem white boys.
God damn.
That's you can look that up. That's literally like stats
I
of
didn't know that was
LA
a
that they
thing.
put in the game.
That's fucking
It's so
hilarious.
wild.
Okay, we're gonna do the next two. Everything else, I'm fucking. Well, I guess.
The last one should be PC Master Race.
I feel like 7. I don't know.
Is it-
The
what's
things are
that?
8, but like 7th generation, at least for like people our age, is like the real like decision maker. Like
Oh yeah, Xbox 360, PS3, and Wii.
360.
yeah, 360. Like, that's where you got to choose. That's where like picking sides really became a thing in my eyes.
Because they came out the same
At the same time,
Christmas,
so
yeah.
like you just picked one, and then like
And then you would go to school and half your friends pick the other one.
yeah, and you're like,
you're
oh,
dead to me.
Yeah, and then they
You're
started like
dead to me.
You're bro, you got PS3, you're a fucking
You
loser.
You can't sit with us.
Fucking 360 was
Oh my
so
gosh.
complete too. Like it
It
was
was
everything
perfect.
I needed.
Until you got the red ring of death, then you just go cry somewhere.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You remember
That
that?
fucking
that
shit.
was horrible, bro.
So then 8th generation, I'm like, that's when I basically stopped playing video games because I got to a point where I can't manage. If I get a video game console, like it's all I want to do. My life just goes to shit. I don't care about anything or anybody. Like I think I had a PS4 and I was playing shit a lot and that
You looking
fucking
for it?
thing is blinking a lot.
Blinkety blink.
Yeah, and let me check on that camera quick. Hold on.
Okay.
Which one of those would you put?
What was it? What was it?
PS4, Wii U, Xbox One, and Switch.
Probably a PS4 because that's the one I had the most. Switch. I have a Switch. I can't believe the Switch is in there. How old is the Switch? Is it 10 years old? Is it out?
Yeah, that camera never started.
No.
Are you fucking shitting me?
God damn it.
So it's just me and you, baby.
Let me zoom this one out. We can at least salvage.
Bro, that's just the and Friends
It's
podcast.
just me and you, dog. Me and you and our white voice from heaven. Oh my god.
Our Sky Daddy.
Yeah, I guess it's got to be PS4 then Switch, and then I don't care about the rest. Wii U, what the fuck was it?
I say Xbox One. I just stuck with the Xbox
Same.
family
I
because
stuck
that's
with
where I like.
PlayStation. And then
God damn it.
That's
I don't even want to talk about this shit. Let's go into the story section because I'm most upset or excited you've gotten playing a game. God damn it.
it sounds like a Gambino beat. Yep.
It's story time. It's story time with Adam. Yeah, it's story time. It's story time with Adam and friends.
Go for it, Chase.
Okay, so when I was playing 2K, I'm fucking top 10 ranked. Playing against my friends, I have lost. We played hundreds of times. I've maybe lost 4.
You're
total.
top 10 ranked in the world?
Just on that website, which was like the go-to place for like
Okay.
if you're playing competitively. So, like me and my friend were like a duo, and we were top 10 for that. So, I was borderline unbeatable in that particular in 2K13. I'm playing one of my friends. This man is having a field day. Like he's actually keeping up with me. We get to the end. I'm playing with the Oklahoma City Thunder, mind you.
2013.
Game-winning shot. Kevin Durant. Wide open. B+, all green. 2-pointer. Misses that shot. I took the disc out of my Xbox, walked outside, and threw it on the ground. And I have not played 2K since that time.
Really?
Yes.
Yo, you haven't played 2K. You
No.
gotta come over to my house.
No,
I
fuck
demand
2K.
I demand you play 2K.
It's the worst game ever. And then
What?
and then after that, it's just like they don't rotate, they don't play defense right. It's not basketball, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's 2K.
I can't fucking do it.
You haven't played any 2K since?
I've played like 1 or 2 games on each different year, like if I'm at somebody's house, but I've never bought it, and I will never buy it again.
Are you still really good, though?
Probably not at
No,
this
they
point, just
changed
because
it.
I feel like the game's changed.
Yeah, they changed it a lot.
Yeah. What about you?
Most upset or exciting? Let's see. I guess most upset would be I was playing Destiny back when I used to play Destiny, and then I stayed up late to do. They have these raids you have to do with other people, and I didn't do them for the longest. And finally, I was like, let me get on the internet and find kids to play with or whatever. So I joined these kids, and I'm under
Wait a
ranked.
second.
I guess.
God damn it. I think that camera was fine. I think it was just the battery was going low.
You want to swap it?
Hold on.
All right, go for it.
This nigga is a mess. Oh my god.
He's like, wait a minute. He's like, wait a minute.
Oh, no. It was the memory card. I was right.
Oh, okay.
What is it?
going,
Destiny.
Destiny.
Yeah, and I'm underranked. Like, I don't have all the equipment needed to finish this. But at the beginning, they were like, it's all right, man. We can carry you, because they were higher ranked. And we get all the way through to the end, the last part. And it's like a 2 hour, it's like probably like an hour thing if you do it all right the first time, but we didn't know how to do it. So while learning, it took like 2 hours, and it's like 3 a.m. They're all in, like, I'm up so late. Like, I'm playing with a bunch of guys in like London that just woke up or got off of work or whatever, however time works. Like, they're up and like ready to play, and I'm like falling asleep. And I can't do this last part because I keep dying because I'm too weak to be there. And then they kicked me off, and I was real upset because I did like 90% of the thing with them. You know what I mean? And then they kicked me out at the end.
Did you do anything? Like, how'd you react?
I got mad and just went to sleep. I don't
I
break stuff. I don't break stuff.
In this past year, like since the pandemic, I started playing Xbox again. Like I didn't touch it really before that. So then, like, I picked it back up. I was playing Modern Warfare. I ended up having to throw my desk away because I was playing. It was just a random day. I was getting bullshitted. I punched a hole in the desk. I had to throw it away.
Dude,
I've also put a controller on the ground and then just stomped it.
You have actual anger problems. This is what you
Yes.
have. I don't have these anger
Because I consider myself good at these games. So if I die in a situation where I know that
problems.
it's
You
just,
shouldn't have died.
then I lose my fucking mind.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, man.
I don't see the.
What about you?
Oh yeah. What about
Both
you?
of mine aren't me. It's my brothers. So my older brother, what was the gun in Destiny that like everybody wanted?
I don't know. It was like 5 years ago.
Was it Gatling? Is that what it was?
Sure.
Or
I don't
like
remember.
some kind of like,
Is it a sniper or something?
I think it was like a rocket launcher. I don't
Rocket
know.
launcher. Okay.
I think it was the Gatling gun. I don't know. My older brother played that shit to the point where like he almost lost his marriage. Like it was just he was doing all the raids, all that shit, and it was just I don't know how much he was playing, but it was all the time.
I played Destiny a lot when it came out because it was like this is new Halo because Bungie made it. So I was like, this is new Halo. It's got the spirit of Halo when you're moving and fighting and stuff. More than the Halo now. The Halo now is like, this is manufactured. This is exactly what you wanted. Nothing more, nothing less.
And it took his life, but he finally, it was like fucking months of working towards getting that Gatling gun or whatever. And he finally got it. And it was like 4:00 in the morning, and he was in his basement alone, and he was like, "Yes, I fucking did it!" And like, he woke up his wife to tell her,
"Hey, babe, you know that thing I've been doing?"
He's like, "Babe, I gotta tell you, I got it," and she goes, "Shut the fuck up, I'm sleeping."
Bro, my girlfriend does the same shit now. So like, I just started playing the new Halo.
Yeah,
and I've only played 3 games, so it's definitely skewed. But like, I'm in the top 1% of all kill death ratios out of anybody that's played so far. So I'm fucking, I'm fucking Big Daddy. So then I go and tell her, I was like, honey, guess what? I'm fucking top. She doesn't give a fuck.
No.
But why do we have to like share this shit?
No, I don't. It's you.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, but me and your brother.
The other one was my younger brother is probably similar to you, where he never took losing well. He's gotten way better. He's way better. But as a kid, like, you could, if he lost at tic-tac-toe, he would lose his mind. Like, it didn't matter. It was just like it like fractured his reality. So he was playing. My older cousin Jason and him were playing NFL Blitz on 64, which was one of those games where they built it in that, like, if you were ahead, the game got harder for you, and if you were behind, the game got easier. And I noticed that, like, the more I played it, like, you'd start getting interceptions or fumbles or whatever, and like they'd try and make the game even close, right? And he was winning this game. It was against my cousin who's older than me. He was like 6 years older than my younger brother, and he's fucking, I don't know, 7 or something, and his cousin's like 14. He's about to beat his older cousin at this game. And it starts, the guy's running with the ball to like score the touchdown. It was if he scores, he wins. If he doesn't score, he loses. So it wasn't like, this touchdown meant everything. Yeah. He's running, and he could go my cousin jumped and shoestring tackled him. And the character, I shit you not, went over the goal line and came back in the air and swooped back. And as soon as he could go he just goes, no! And he threw the controller down, it shattered, and my cousin is just fucking laughing his ass off, and we all are laughing. Like, I don't think my younger brother played 64 ever again. It was the maddest I've ever seen, and we all of us, like, all older one, just shitting all over him. It was the funniest fucking thing, and he's crying and like, I think he went to bed, woke up, still upset about it.
Went to bed.
Bro, one of my friends, him and his younger brother went viral. They got like posted on Bleacher Report or something for fucking 2K. His younger brother is just having the worst time. Like, my friend throws half court shot, goes in. His brother's missing like wide open layups and just like the most insane turnovers and shit. And like, every time my friend would film what happens and then turn to his brother, and each time he gets like more like just fucking pissed off. It's I understand why people get upset again.
I used to be like your younger brother. Like, I guess you too, but only if I lost to my brother. If I lost to you guys or someone else, older or younger, I don't give a shit. Like, so you win some, you lose some. I lose.
It was vicious.
Tic-tac-toe to my brother. When I was a little kid, no one's having fun no more. I'm fucking, fuck this. Whatever you used to say as a kid. I guess not fuck, but you're like, what? Whatever you used to do. That's why I used to be so angry.
I get like, if I'm just playing like tic-tac-toe or some shit, like I'll get upset that I lose, but I don't like, I'm not going to flip out about it. I get like viscerally angry when I lose in Xbox for some reason. Like if I'm doing like a ranked game and I'll lose rank by like my team sucking or something, or I fuck up, like then I get like to the point where I'm like,
yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I don't
Is it
know.
because you put effort in and like it's tied to like your sense of self in some way? I don't like.
Maybe, 'cause
I'm not a fucking psychologist. I just, if one game you're totally emotionally detached from, and the other one you feel like it's like you losing makes you a loser in life.
It's like
Which,
a,
ironically, the game kind of.
What's making you a loser is being upset about losing. That's what makes you.
fuck you.
That's what. Hey, that's what makes you a loser.
That's
bro.
what people that suck at the game say.
I am just saying, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I mean,
to be
drive
honest.
yourself to be better, but if you breaking all your controllers, you the loser.
Oh, for sure. That's
Wait, okay.
that's a very healthy way of looking at it. Though.
That's how I got over my losing things.
Yeah.
But wait, my happiest I have to. The happiest I've ever been was on Fortnite. I was playing with some friends. Like you normally play like the battle royale thing, but you can go onto like your own lobby and just play with friends.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And I was playing with these kids, and like some of the people I know, other people were like 20 and stuff like that. But I just jumped in. And then I won like 10 straight. Like there's only 10 rounds, and I sweeped them all.
Shit.
And then like round 7 or 8, they start ganging up on me, still winning. And then around 9 or 10, they're like, "This nigga's cheating." And that made me feel so good, bro. I was like, "What? Y'all think I'm cheating?"
That's fucking
I
great.
was like, "Thank you." And then the other time, I was super excited. I was playing Super Smash Bros. On mushrooms in college, and I'm the only one shrooming out, and I'm really shrooming. And it's the newest or the second newest Super Smash Bros. Where you had like 8 people or whatever. So the whole house is playing, like 8 people are all playing. We're all on different controllers and weird shit. Like we're all playing, and then like I'm whooping ass in this game, and I'm real close to the TV. I'm like, okay, whooping ass. I'm like,
Were you
I'm
in different rooms and shit too?
No, we're all in the same room, same like giant TV.
Oh,
And I'm
gotcha.
just like, I'm in the zone. And as I'm like, 'cause I'm on shrooms and stuff, I'm just like playing, not talking. And then like I forget all the people behind me who are playing and watching and shit. And I'm just like, da da da. And then I win, and I was like, yeah, I won. Suck my. Oh my god, there's so many people in here. Like the shrooms hit. As soon as I was done, I was like, oh god. And they were like, what? Did you forget you were playing 9 people? And I was like, yes. I did.
That's so funny.
I'm sorry, I'm so good at this game.
Oh, if we're sharing the happy, I think.
What's the happiest, bro? Say something happy. You just smash your controller out of joy.
No, it's been the happiest I've ever been. As I went to like, I think it was like a Hollywood video. So they had like a separate little break off room that was like dedicated just to like the gaming section. And they held like a Guitar Hero tournament there. And it was like for the first Guitar Hero that came out.
That's a classic.
And I was like, I think I was in like 5th grade, and I got 2nd place in a tournament out of like a bunch of fucking grown men. Like, so that was like,
Nice.
and I lost technically, and I took that well.
Yeah.
And then
Still
after
pretty
that,
good to beat fucking adults. So.
yeah, that felt good.
All right, guys, we got to wrap up. But before we go, anything you want to plug?
Parlor Tricks Comedy.
Yeah, you're one of the guys that's in the group.
Come follow us on all the socials, and if you live in Seattle area, come to a show. Parlor
yeah.
Tricks Comedy.
Do you any Instagram or anything for yourself too?
Oh yeah, Jamal Banyon on Instagram and all the other socials. Go ahead and follow.
I would just say, yeah, my socials, Chase M Comedy, primarily on Instagram.
Cool. Before I fucking hop off, sorry about the video stuff. Anybody watching, I got to get that fucking memory card fixed. But if you guys can, anybody watching us, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and the notifications bell to let you know when we're going to be getting new stuff coming out. If you comment on this episode, I don't know, just put like the favorite game you ever played or the system that you had or what you thought of the episode. That helps us with the algorithm so that new people can see. If you're listening to us, please make sure you rate and subscribe the podcast. And as always, follow us on Instagram at FNFPod. We're going to leave you with Jaga.
I just make the waves, I don't write them. I can hear the lyrics in my spirit as I write them. Why you wanna walk and talk just like them? I can't get caught up in all the hype and the excitement. I just make the waves, I don't write them. I can hear the lyrics in my spirit as I write them. Why you wanna walk and talk just like them? I can't get caught up in all the hype and the excitement. My wave pool, my wave pool. Welcome to 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 my wave pool.